Today on Stamp TV, I have another quick tip video for you on how to organize your new vintage cuts, your punched pieces, and any other small paper embellishments that you may have cut at home with your electronic cutter. Introducing our new Vintage Cuts binder pockets. These binder pockets fit perfectly into our Gina Designs binder boxes, so you can store all of your cut pieces along with the coordinating stamp sets. And you can also create specific boxes for cut shapes and borders and more. Here we have the binder box that's so popular at Gina Designs that so many of you are using this to organize your stamp sets. So what I've done with my binder box is I've created a Shabby Spring binder box. So this is everything from my Shabby Spring Stamp TV kit except my 8.5 by 11 pieces. My full sheets I still keep in the convenient storage box that comes with the kit. Now here are the binder pockets, and let me show you what you get with these binder pockets. The first sheet that you're going to get, these come in an assortment pack right now. You get 5 of them. The first sheet is a 15 up pocket set. And you can see this is very similar to the Project Life or Simple Stories sheet protectors. They've got all these little openings at the top, and then they've got these small little pockets that you can put tiny pieces that you've cut. Now, I keep different little pieces from the Shabby Spring cuts, but I also keep little leftovers. Here's one from a border that I used the other day, and I'm keeping that in there for when I need it. Now, you can use these front and back. The pockets open in one direction, but you can put some in the front, some behind it, and you can see easily what you have. So you've got actually 30 different spaces in this one sheet for individual shapes. The second binder pocket has 6 up. And this one is good for the bigger images, those ones that are more your focal images. Here I have the bird from the Spring Blessings Vintage Cuts stamp set, the cuts that coordinate with that, and also the little dress form. And you might want to do what I did here. You may want to stamp some and have them in one pocket and then have blank ones in the other pocket. This way, if you're in a rush to make a card, you don't have to get your ink out, you don't have to get your stamps out. You can just grab one of these out of the pocket and you're ready to make a card. And again, because there's 6 pockets here, and you can use both the front and the back, you have 12 different places to store your larger cuts. The next binder pocket is a 2 up. Now you have a smaller pocket down here, and what I will be doing with this one is I'll be taking my borders and I'll be trimming some of them down to 4¼ inches for my vertical cards. For my horizontal cards, I'll leave them at 5½ inches and I'll store those in the larger pocket up top. And again, there are 2 different pockets here, and you can also store behind here. So you've got 4 different directions that you can store things in. The next binder pocket sheet has 2 large areas and another small area for borders or smaller shapes that you want to lay across in there. Some of the vintage cuts that we have coming out coordinate with greetings, so you might want to stick those in here to go along with the different frames that you will have in the different colors. And so I've got some of my fancy ovals up here in turquoise sea, and then ivory and white down here. And there's also some fresh asparagus on the back. So you can figure that out however you would like to store those. The last pocket is just awesome. It's a full sheet, the same size as our binder sheets that coordinate with this small binder box. And you can store all of your scrap pieces from your kit. What's nice about this is you've got your stamps and all of your borders and shapes and everything ready to go, and it's very, very convenient to just grab a new sheet of pattern paper or a new sheet of cardstock every time, and you end up with piles of scraps sitting by your paper cutter. With this, you can store all of those scraps in this pocket, and as you're deciding what card you're going to make, you can check through these scraps to see which ones you can use. You're going to conserve a lot of paper that way, and you're going to make use of all of your scraps. So that's a real fun way to store your scrap pieces of paper. So now we have these 5 binder pocket sheets, and then behind that we have the 2 binder sheets for the clear stamps. And here we have the Warm Spring Wishes stamp set. You'll notice that there's a few missing because they're in the middle of a project right now, so they're on my acrylic blocks. And then behind here we have the Spring Blessings stamp set. And that one also has a few missing pieces because I'm working on some projects. Now all of these fit in nicely into our binder boxes, and you can create one for each of your Stamp TV kits and keep your extras all in here together. Now some of you may prefer to store by color, so you may want to pick up a few packs of these sheets and make one binder box your box of greens. So you may have vintage cuts and other kinds of cuts that you've done from punches or your electronic cutters using fresh asparagus, also maybe grass green, Christmas pine, jelly bean green, some of our different greens. Then you might want to have a blue one where you have all of the turquoise and ocean mist and the blue raspberry, all of your different pieces that way. So that's another convenient way to store your different papers by color. I kind of like doing my kit all together because this is all the stuff I grab whenever I want to work on kit cards. But there's just so many options and so many ways to do this. And we'll be really interested to hear in our forum how you decided to use your binder pockets and your binder boxes. Try this convenient storage solution and get your paper pieces and scraps organized. So instead of spending time organizing, you can have a lot more fun spending time stamping.